Welcome everybody, my name is Desmark and today we're going to be talking about Victoria 3 Devdari 3, which talks about buildings. So let's get into it right now. This is just going to be a quick summary. So like this screenshot right here is basically like what every state will look like. You'll get a lot of information such as infrastructure usage, how much access it has to the market. You can see the GDP percentage, you can see the taxation, the expenses, your buildings at what level they are, and you can see like the standard of living overall in Gotland, and you can see the population growth. And yeah, that's what basically this talks about. Let's go to the second one, which is Subsistence Farms. And I gotta be honest, you do not want these. You only want very little as possible of these because they're inefficient buildings and you don't build these. These just pop out of nowhere. Like if you have like one piece of land, arable land that is not used, these things will pop up and they'll fill up with most of your unemployed population, and you will not get that much tax from this, obviously, because it doesn't in the first place give that much wage. So you do not want this. Instead you want like a factory. So like that's what you would want. Like as you can see, it says like basically little to GDP. It contributes very little GDP and taxes per capita. So let's just talk about another building that just pops out of nowhere, and that's the urban center. And urban centers just upgrade through how high your urbanization score is. So like that score would increase with how developed you are, what technology you have, and obviously railroads and in industrialization. That's what the level of urbanized buildings is dependent on. And yeah, this is another one of the buildings that just come out of nowhere. So now let's go on to the third type of building, which is a government building. And right now we have a government administration building, which is responsible for bureaucracy. And in last DevDiary we saw there was a bunch of points that we could spend to collect taxes more efficiently. That's bureaucracy. You can see authority. Yeah, there's buildings that help you get more of them per week and stuff like that. So there's government buildings now, and they have to be staffed. As Paradox said, if you have an empty building, it will do nothing, which is pretty bad. So let's just go down and talk about what these paragraphs talk about. And it's just summed down to private industry and how like pops can now build factories and invest in your country. And the great thing I heard in this paragraph is that like capitalists or people that are building this can like pay your other pops, which makes sense, which means that capitalists help your country to increase the amount of tax you can collect. Because if capitalists are like opening up businesses and paying people, you can tax those people. So having capitalists seems more better than it used to be in Victoria 2, because Victoria 2 capitalists are pretty bad. So hopefully they can integrate them into the game really well. And let's talk about the 4 development buildings. And they are fort, ports / naval base, barracks, and railroads. And yeah, they're pretty self-explanatory. Forts basically help you defend your lands because they make it harder for people to siege it down. Ports basically increase your market, your access to the market, can increase your naval bases. Actually, that's what the naval base does. But yeah, and railroads help you, one, get more access to the market and help you industrialize quicker. Barracks help you build more army, which is good. And that's DevDiary 3 in less than 5 minutes. So if you found this video informative, please give me a like. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. And if you want to read more on this DevDiary, the link to this DevDiary is in the description. So yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.